working on. We're going to use this paint stripper, and we're going to strip off this painting. It's an old dresser. It's kind of broken or broken a lot, so I'm going to redo this. Colors are going to be like gray and white, but we'll see how we end it. But like I said, it's 4 drawers, so we're going to take these out, use this paint stripper, and get to work. FYI, it's definitely a different way to do this, but I don't really care, so this is the fast version. I'm only stripping the top part, by the way. Alright guys, so I put some of this wood stripper on top of this dresser here. It's already starting to make all these discolorations and whatnot, so I'm going to leave it there for about 20 minutes, run to the store. When I come back, I'm going to strip it off. I'm only going to strip the top part. The rest of it I'll sand down a little bit, but probably not too much. But definitely the top is getting sanded. Okay guys, I had to speed this up because it was taking way too long. But basically I just scraped off all the harder edges. It doesn't get all the way through to the natural wood grain because I'd have been here all day. And I do have an electric sander, but I didn't actually use it this time around because I knew I wasn't going to do this full out. Alright guys, so as you see, this is kind of broken. Broken. So I'm going to put wood glue. So I was finally able to put the wood glue around the edges. Now, if I was taking my time and doing this for someone else, I probably would have ripped off all that broken wood pieces that was in the inside, but I really didn't care enough doing it for just myself. And it was taking me so long to do this because for whatever reason, I couldn't get the nails to fit. And then at some point, I kind of realized that, oh, wait, maybe I have this on backwards. So eventually, I picked it up and flipped it over and then got it to go in. It still took me a minute to figure out to get the puzzle pieces to fit, but I got it eventually, and then it worked. Alright guys, first things first, I'm so upset because I started redoing my chairs back there. They're not completely done yet, but all the footage I had from me working on those chairs, I deleted by accident. And I downloaded so many different freaking apps on the internet that Samsung recommended in order to get it back, and yeah, nothing works. So I'm not gonna fret about it. I'll just finish do the finished product with all, and I'll show you guys what that looked like. But basically I'm doing chairs and I'm working on this dresser now. I just like put wood glue. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. I put wood glue on there because that dresser, like the top part, was broken. It looks crazy up the top because I had, sorry, this garage is a mess because I have a bunch of crap in here I'm working on. But I put, let me see if I show you guys. So I stripped some of this paint off, but I really didn't care enough to strip it all off. I just wanted to smooth the countertop so it could feel nice and smooth. So I got that for the most part. And These are on here to kind of weigh it down a little bit because, like I said, I put wood glue on here because this was like all the way up, but already it's to the point where I can't lift it, which is great because that wasn't the case prior. And I'm about to work on these drawers now. So that's the before. We're going to see the after. So here I am just taking this cheap behind roller and going over all the spots that I want to start painting white. This paint, I believe, had a primer already in it, but this roller was like one of the cheap ones that I bought. Take my advice, guys. Spend a little extra money on your brushes because these cheap ones, they waste a lot of your paint. But I basically just went over a lot of the spots that I want to paint. I didn't do full out dark spots because I wanted to give myself some I didn't full out paint everything like super dark on the paint because I knew I was going to do another coat or two. So I just went ahead and did a little bit, then went over to the top of the dresser to paint that as well. I also brought a paint sprayer, but I feel like I'll use that on bigger projects, and when I have more ventilation, like I'm outside, then I'll use those. Alright guys, this is progress I've made on the dresser so far. So the whole outside is going to be white. I'm going to paint the drawers a different color. You'll see in a second. This is just the first coat of paint. I'm hoping I can make it through with just 2 coats and maybe a little touch up, but we'll see. So while this is drying, yeah, clearly I'm not a professional painter, but you know, it's like, let's pretend like that's the what is it called? I forgot. Whatever the first coat of paint is usually put on there. The primer. We're gonna pretend like this is primer, but it's really just 1 coat of paint. So we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to work on these dresser drawers. And yeah, round 2 coming soon. Ha, see the difference? Gray and black. Gray and black. 1 down, 4 to go. Made a mistake. 1 down, 3 to go. Alright guys, so progress so far. Still got 2 more drawers to do. This is the first coat of the dresser. This is going to be all white. The drawers were black, or like a real dark brown. They look black, but they're really like a dark brown. And these are the new ones. Gotta work on the knobs. I'm thinking if I want to get brand new knobs or just paint these ones. I might just end up painting them. Who knows? Maybe I'll paint them and put some like decor on it. We shall see. Oh, crazy how my dresser is gonna be the same color as my nails. So I didn't have as much white paint as I hoped, so it's gonna be a little faded in the back, but that's okay. But so far so good with my dresser. Remember, it was all brown before. Here are the drawers. I'm going to put the drawers in here real quick just to see what they'll look like. I got my knobs drying. They're white right now, but I think I might put a little bling around the edges. Let me see if I can find the proper jewels. But hold on. Alright, this is how it's looking with the drawers inside of it now. I don't know why, but I feel like the tracks are off on these chairs. I mean, on these drawers. There's something definitely off here, and I gotta fix it. So, you see how this one is like that? I done rearranged these things a million times. I can't, for the life of me, figure it out. So, anywho, I need to get some white paint on the inside of these, so these drawers are coming back out again. Alright, so I decided to take the knobs. They're like uglily sprinkled with the gray. I don't know, I didn't paint the whole things because, I don't know, I decided to leave the ends that same brash silverish color that it was. But I decided to I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to take these little jewels and put them all over it somehow, some way, some kind of design. There'll be jewels on here. So, yeah, we'll see. Got my hot glue gun. Dress is almost done, guys. It's almost done. Hey, you guys. Hey. I know I look, hold on. All right, guys, so ignore the hair. I don't know what I'm about to do with it, but I'm about to go to work soon. And while my dresser is finished, I decided that I didn't have a lot of white paint, so there's a few spots that look like they could use a little bit more, as you can see on top of this. It's not completely white, so I'm like, do I need to go buy another can of white paint just to clear the top of this? The answer is hell no. So while I was going to get a piece of glass to put over top of this, I think I'm going to just get some of this paper that I bought. See it? I got it from Home Depot. I'm going to just take this and cover the top of the dresser with it because I think that'd be bomb. So, yeah. This contact paper was pretty good to use. It didn't stick down too much. I messed up a few times, but eventually I got it together. I want to say it was like $6. I got it from Home Depot. I got a gift card for Christmas, so I figured why not use it. So once I was able to get it to finally stick down where I wanted, I kind of just pulled the edges little by little to make sure that there wasn't any air bubbles. Usually you'll get like a flat surface and scrape it down, but I just used my hand to smooth it out and make sure I didn't leave any air bubbles in there to get it as nice and flat as possible. And then once I got to the ends, this was the harder part, using these scissors to try to cut it into a straight line. If you have an X-Acto knife or something like that, use that instead of scissors because I had to keep going back in it to make sure I cut off as much edges as possible. Alright, this is the final product. So I went ahead and put the marble looking contact paper on the top of it. It's not perfect, of course. I don't know if you guys can see here the front, the edges are a little janky, but it's white, so you can rarely tell unless I get all up close and personal in there. But this side looks a little better coming across, but yeah, I like it. I think it looks good. It's gray, white, all done.